What up, everybody? This week, we got an unbelievable guest with us today, Jamal Crawford, Mr. Six Man himself, deepest bag we have ever seen. And he's here with us today. And y'all know we are sponsored here by DraftKings, our official partner. Listen, y'all know DraftKings is going to bless y'all. If you bet just as little as $5, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So go over to DraftKings right now, download the app, and use promo code RACE. Now, DraftKings, the crown is yours. Let's get back to the episode.
What up, everybody? This your boy Theo Pinson here with another episode of Run Your Race with my boy, AJ Richardson.
Good morning, beautiful people.
It is 8 o'clock at night, so he is lying again. People, we got a very, very special guest here today. We got a motherfucking Hall of Famer.
Hood Hall of Fame.
We got a, yeah, facts. Nah, he a Hall of Famer in our book. 3-time Six Man of the Year. Should have been 5. Took his foot off the gas for 2. We just talked about it. That's hot. Fact. But people, listen. We got Jamal Crawford.
Man, can I just say I'm honored to be here? And no, Theo, I'm dead ass. I promise you. Like, I see all the clips y'all doing. Like, y'all mean so much to culture. Y'all be going viral with stuff and don't even be trying to. Y'all just be having like real talk and real conversations. So I'm honored to be here.
Hey, listen, we appreciate you, brother. I am excited for the pod. I'm excited to hear about your race because the reason me and AJ love doing this is because we want to give everybody that outlook of everybody don't do it the same way.
For sure.
Everybody has their own path, and somebody might relate to you than they could me and AJ. So we try to get as many people on here to have that belief. You know what I'm saying? So let's go and get right into it. Jamal, where you from? And how'd you get started playing this game of basketball?
Man, I'm from Seattle, Washington. I lived in LA as a child growing up as well. So I was in between both places. My mom and dad were never like together. You know what I'm saying? So I was either living with one or living with the other. So my mom was in Seattle, my mom and sisters. My dad and his mom were in LA. So I was back and forth. I started playing because of my dad. He played at Oregon, University of Oregon, with Kevin Love's dad. Stan Love. Yeah. So I've always been around the game. There's pictures of me when I was 2 years old with the Rock. Like I had basketball in one hand and candy in the other. Like I love candy and I love hoop. Yeah. Still true to this day.
For sure.
But I started playing on a team when I was 8. And I'll never forget, coach was like, all right, 2-line layups. And you know, kids 8 years old, you're trying to get it up there. You're trying to get it. And the first layup I ever did, I took the ball, I went behind my back and I did a backwards jelly. And the kids was looking at me like a spaceship. Like, man, where this dude come from? Where this dude come from?
How'd you do that?
Yeah, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
And so I played basketball, baseball, football at the same time. But when I touched the basketball, it was like something just took over me. Yeah.
Was there any other sport?
I had hands. I played football.
Really?
Yeah, but that only lasted a year. I was a receiver. Like, I played football. I wasn't no good, but I was on the team. I think a level of physicality was able to come into my life. And then I started playing baseball.
Hey, listen.
And I was exact different in baseball. I didn't care about offense at all. I just wanted to play defense. I was shortstop and pitcher.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I'm going to go ahead and keep it a buck with you. Your body type don't look like a football player.
Nah, I know. But my heart do.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
All right. I know you ain't running no slants.
Nah.
We not running across the middle.
Nah. Throw that thing like Moss. Throw the sideline or something.
For sure. What is something that they just gave you the rock and you just fell in love with it from the jump? Did anyone inspire you to continue to play the game?
You know what? Now going back, like I used to look at Michael Jordan. He's everything to me. So I look at MJ, Magic. Isaiah Thomas was the first one. Original Isaiah was the first one that was going behind the back where I saw where he's like sitting in a chair. Like before, people used to go behind the back like the long way. He was the first person I saw sit in a chair and go behind the back. So I'm watching all them dudes and like my imagination went wild. I'm in Seattle, so it rained a lot.
Right.
I'm always outside. That's where my handle came from. It was no cone drills. It was nothing. It was wet outside, so I had to learn to navigate. Snowing outside, I had to learn to navigate the ball, and I just became one. Like I literally became one. If you give me a ball right now, I could do a move like I've never done before and just make it up. It's like something happens to me. No lie. And it's like a gift, to be honest with you. Like I feel like it's a gift from God.
That's a gift for sure. You about to have hella kids outside in the rain.
Yeah.
Dribbling the ball.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's a part of the game that I think people don't really understand, because me personally, when I work out, I really tell me what you want to get accomplished with it,
Right.
and let my imagination flow.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's
Give you the foundation, then let you go.
exactly.
Right.
Because I think you need to learn, because it's not going to be, okay, first defender, 20 legs cross.
Yeah.
Like, you need to react to what's
For sure.
there and then get to where you want to go to. What is something that when you were younger, like, was there somebody in the city that you looked up to that like inspired? I want to be. For me, John Wall. It was easy. I saw John going through behind the back dunk, and I said, okay, I need to get to that level. Who was that for you?
I'm gonna tell you a couple people you don't know, and I don't even know their names out of due respect, but like one was a Muslim brother, and he used to bring his family to the park, and he'd have on his dashiki and everything, playing in it. And I just saw his game and how he played and how he played with his mind. He was so fundamentally sound. And then there was an Indian brother of mine, a friend, and I forgot his name, but he always kept his ball and could really shoot it. So I'm a young dude. The challenge at that time wasn't to play with my age group, it was to play with the old dudes at the park. You know, people still hooping outside.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get in them runs. So I'm playing with them and I'm learning, I'm watching. I'm like, oh man, I may sit out there for 2 hours and not get picked up.
Right.
Then the one dude's like, all right, take my spot.
Yep.
Then you better make that one shot you're gonna get. You better run the floor. You better like have heart. You better get knocked down and not call foul. And so that gave me that grit and like that mettle. And then when I went back to kids my age, it was like, oh, this is easy.
This is nothing. Because you're playing a grown man.
I'm a grown man. It's a whole different fuel and confidence. So for me, it was them. And then like Antoine Williams, shout out to him. He went to Franklin High School, and he actually he's the reason Jason Terry wore 31.
Gotcha.
And so he was cold. He was so smooth, played the right way. And then JT started wearing 31. Obviously, we saw JT. But the one person who really like took me under his wing when I got a certain age was Doug Christie. And bro, I'm telling you, he went to the same high school. I'm 16 years old. I'm going 45 minutes away. I don't have a car. I'm driving dirty. I'm riding with no license. I'm catching a bus, right? And he's like, all right, be at the gym at 7. I'm there at 6. I'm waiting on him when he gets out there. So he's like, the young fella serious.
Yeah.
I never asked him, now young dudes, let me get a couple of dollars. I asked for no dollars. I didn't even ask for his phone number.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me when you're going to be in the gym.
And I'll be there.
And I'll be there. I'm going to beat you there.
Yeah.
And so then I'm learning. He's the first person I've seen with like a handheld foam roller. He's practicing. He's working out with ankle weights. So he's teaching me how to be a pro without me even I'm like, just teach me how to fish, bro. And he took a tough interest in me. And then I started playing his pro-am, which is now my pro-am, but it was his first.
How's the culture, the basketball culture in Seattle? Because y'all produce a lot of hoopers. And I know one thing I realized, we just had JT and Chris Camp in Vegas, and Paulo came.
Yeah.
And y'all just love to be in the gym.
Love it.
Like, it ain't too many like cities. Like, I know we call us the hoop state and stuff like that, but like Seattle hoopers love to hoop. So how's that?
It's dope because Doug Christie did it for me. Jason Terry would come around, Mike Dickerson. And then I was the guy, but I was still like connected to everybody.
Yeah.
Like when the season was going on, I was home all summer. Literally no vacation, no nothing. So Apollo could see me in the gym, or Zach LaVine, or DeJounte, or Nate Robb, whoever it is, Brandon Roy could see me in the gym, and I'm there. So it's like I never left. So I was attached to that whole generation.
Yeah.
And I went to Chicago, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but I only saw I would see Mike Finley over here, I see Antoine Walker over here, I see Tim Hardaway over here. But I didn't really see them. I saw them hooping, but I didn't see them really building together.
Yeah.
At least I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, when I go home, there's a 9th grader that can be able to text me, ask me anything they want, and build that way. So now if DeJounte has a camp, 15 of us going to be their support.
Facts.
If Paulo has, you know what I'm saying? If Paulo has a game, 15 of us going to be there. It's not the crabs in the bucket mentality. It's like, I got it. I got the answer. I got the blueprint. Nah, this is how you do
Let me
it.
pass it along.
That's tough.
And now the only thing you got to do is pass the baton when it's their turn.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it. And I think that's what makes it special.
That's dope.
That's elite. I mean, that's something that I'm even thinking about now.
Yeah.
As far as like, I want to help these kids understand what this game is really like.
Right.
And what this could do for you. Because a lot of kids really think the ball is everything.
Yeah.
Right? It is. But the basketball has created this.
No, facts.
These relationships. You see what I'm saying? Like, this means more than that.
Without a doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Theo, it used to be when I was a kid, I was like, I would pay the NBA to let me play.
Yeah.
I never did it for the money. When somebody, like, I would sneak in Sonic games, Laker games, and I would get there and they were playing the house music. I'm like, oh, that's what the pros listen to?
Yeah.
I'm going home and listen to that.
Yep.
Getting NBA socks was everything. Like, I would do anything to be a pro.
For sure.
Yeah.
The coolest thing about being a pro is having this like stage and platform to help you. And you don't have to have the stage to do it.
1000%.
But I'm just saying in general to help the next generation, to help kids. That's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade that for nothing.
Yeah.
That literally is my favorite thing about being somewhat successful is that part. Like I can help and give back and like not just with money, just with time.
Yeah.
Just an interest.
Yeah.
Think about there's some kids that we all grew up in the communities. They can go one way or another. And if nobody is like, man, you all right? Hey, let's go to the park. Let's go to a game. Let's just kick it. Like on some Big Brother stuff.
Yeah.
They could be doing, as we know these youngsters, they could be doing a whole different thing. So it's affecting lives in a different way.
I think that's big time because it kind of hit me today. I was talking to our little point guard with CP3, and he did a move, and he was going away from the basket.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, he's jumping for everything you do. As soon as you go in, just take one step in, stop veering off.
Yeah.
Next time he did the exact move I did. I'm like,
ain't that crazy?
Damn, they really taking the
notes.
information, and that's just from the basketball. Like you doing it at a high level, you got that respect. So it was a cool moment for me. It really was. But let's get back to your story though. Like, when was that moment for you that you realized I can really do this at a high level?
I was
in high school to start with.
No. So it was two moments. So the first one, I don't know if y'all remember the Pump Classic. Now it's EYBL. This is the biggest of the big, but on the West
Pump
Coast.
Brothers?
Yes, it was the Pump Classic.
Yep.
And I'm playing there against Baron Davis.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. And this is me. I can dribble, right? I'm 16. It's the beginning of the summer. He picked me up full court. I'm like, all right, he ripped me. Boom, dunk it. I'm like, man, give me that ball again. I get up a little further this time. Rip me again, dunk it. I said, man, somebody else come get this ball. It felt like all 5 people were guarding me.
Yeah.
And I went home and I said, I never want to feel like that on the court again. I felt that, I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
So that was, this beginning of summer, this is June. Fast forward to August. I'm playing against this guy, Ty Ramazar, Asian now. I end up getting 30 and Baron's watching in the corner. I think he's about to play next. We're at Long Beach. And he's like, all right, like I see you've been working.
Yeah.
I leave from there. I run away from home in LA and run back to Seattle. I literally run away, no lie. But I run away. I get back to Seattle. That's a whole nother story. Whole nother story.
Literally ran
away. And I get to Seattle and something happened. And that's when I was on my mixtape circuit. Because it wasn't social media. It was like I'm going to every gym that they're saying there's players at. Grown men, kids, whatever. When I left, I was 5'9". I came back 6'4", but I still played. I've always had handles, so I played the same way. So it was like I just stretched out. And people were like, dang, like Martin, this is crazy. And I'm looking for everybody. And then when I really knew I was gonna make it in high school, I started. This maybe not even be legal, but the Sonics ain't around right now. But I started going to Sonics facility, and I'm killing. Like I'm killing. I'm killing. I ain't gonna say no names. You can go to roster around that time period. And I'm killing. So I'm like, dang. And then they start taking interest in me. And I was like, oh, I could do it. And it gave me a whole different. Then from that moment at 16 till now, I felt like I was like unguardable, no matter who was there. Because I started figuring out pace, angles, speed, how to take away them even think they can stop you. They just don't want to be embarrassed. Like I start figuring out all those things, like the art of war on a basketball court.
That's crazy. Like, because you said you started figuring out space, angles, and things of that nature. I think that's what a lot of people don't understand about the game of basketball. I learned that through Chris.
Yeah.
So like Chris is probably like arguably the best pick and roll point guard in the league, right? But
We're giving him his flowers on this show too, by the way, because I'm gonna let you finish. And I'm gonna jump on in there about Chris.
But even like big man today, Keandre. When he was telling him to set the screen, it's a certain way he wants his big to set a screen, a certain angle. You know what I mean? So like
trying to help him get downhill.
Exactly. So at that age, that young age, you up here figuring that out. How? Who? Like
I didn't know. I was raw at that point. So I didn't figure out the angles of like the pick and roll. I got that later. But like
he trying to shoot.
Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna tell you this though, Theo, you're right. But I'm gonna tell you this. I was a point guard first.
Okay.
I was a point guard first. I really could pass, like for real. But at that time in the league, if you scored a lot, you went to that position. It wasn't like positionless basketball. But the stuff Chris knows, it's almost like he's such a genius on the basketball court.
Mm-hmm.
He's already took a picture of the play. Now think about this when I say it. He's already taken a picture of the play before the play is there.
Mm-hmm.
So he already sees everything that is done.
Yeah.
He's already figured out the problem.
Yep.
Before there was a problem. He's already figured it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So playing with him, and I asked, his mom yesterday. So what is she to you? I'm sorry.
That's my aunt.
I asked your aunt yesterday, and we were just sitting there watching Lil Chris. And we were just talking about different things. And I asked her when she knew, but I'm like, did you ever think your son, small as he is, would go on to learn to dominate a big man's game, like to be one of the best players to ever play? And she smiled. She said, I knew he was good, but at Wake Forest, I didn't really know. We started getting it later.
Mm-hmm.
But that is so amazing. We take such, there's stars, there's superstars, there's legends, and he's so far past all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we take it for granted now in the comparison standpoint.
Yep.
Who's better? No, let's just appreciate what we get.
I agree.
Because we're not going to get this forever, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Let's just appreciate it. And his greatness is I marvel at it, to be honest. And I play with him.
Yeah.
But I marvel at it. And I really marvel at his love for the game.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. CP is closer to being a billionaire than he is even 100 millionaire.
For sure.
And he loves the game like he's broke.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't do it for the money. That right there should be applauded. Let's study that.
Yeah.
Before we study anything else. So I had to give him his flowers.
Yeah, we talked about it after y'all got done working out.
Yes.
I mean, he worked, JC and Chris worked out, and I think that went viral too.
Yeah, I think viral cameras in there. It went viral. But you know what? Not to cut you off, the viral piece is there, but to see, and this is what they didn't see, to see Tyron and AJ watching.
Yeah.
In their eyes and how they were looking while they were watching the workout was something too.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. We get so caught up in our everyday lives that therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder.
Listen, I've used therapy in the past also, with all the adversity in my career, with injuries, playing time, trying to stick in the NBA, and teammates, and life off the court. Being able to talk to someone has helped me out tremendously. And it's not only for trauma, it's for organizing your thoughts and just finding the best version of yourself.
If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited for your schedule.
And all you have to do is fill out a questionnaire and they will assign you to a licensed therapist. And if you want to switch, you can switch with no additional charge.
Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/race today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/race.
I think that, but you saying that just comes back to what we try to talk about here.
Yeah.
Don't burn bridges. The relationship piece goes way further. Like, Chris, you working out? Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's just go hoop. You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Like, when you're around people like that, it makes it a whole lot easier. You're in high school.
Yes.
You're getting recruited.
Yes.
First letter.
My first letter was from Wyoming, University of Wyoming. And it's
Whoa.
crazy because I never forgot that.
Yeah.
At that time, the letters used to come to the high school coach's mailbox.
Mm.
And there'd be little letters in there, and you'd be like, man, one come for me.
Yeah.
Jamal. And I'm like, what? University of Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to carry it around everywhere, showing everybody. I'm thinking that they really want me because they sent the letter, but I never forgot that feeling. And I think that's what I miss most about the game. And we talked about a little bit, is that was, to me, that was the purest part.
Yeah.
It was still so pure. It was still so just purely for the love of the sport and loving the craft and loving the game. And we talked some about it, about how it becomes other things, especially when you get to this level.
For sure.
They're going to test you mentally.
It's definitely going to
More than anything. Somebody in high school, my coach was like, man, it's 90% mental, 10% physical. I'm like, what? These dudes be stronger, bigger, faster?
Yes.
Right.
It's a totally different game, and we spoke about that.
For sure. I mean, like I said, when I was young buck, I became number one nation.
You're still young, by the way.
No, I'm still young.
Yeah.
I thought I became number one in the nation because I went out there and had fun.
Yeah.
And
It's a
then
business now.
And now it's still fun.
Yeah.
But that part of the business side, they don't really understand. And now they're getting paid.
They're getting paid.
Now people want something from them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now everybody wants to be involved. I can't put that part. It's hard for me to be in their shoes. You see what I'm saying? because you're young.
Right.
You're 16, 17 years old.
Right.
Getting paid millions of dollars. What the hell do you do with that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's gonna have.
How would you have handled it? Because you're number one.
I had a
you
small
know-
circle anyway, though.
Okay.
Like I never really went out, nothing like that.
Mhm.
Or I was very cordial with everybody. I was cordial, but I never went out my way to go do something.
So nobody even felt like, oh, he owes me this, or
Yes,
that. You had just
nobody ever felt like that with me. So it was a certain situation with that, but shit, where were we at? I fucking lost him.
No, I was just thinking like, because we were talking about like the high school journey and how these kids are getting paid, and like, I was just thinking, how would you handle it? Like, you're number one. A lot of these kids are chasing that.
Oh, I've said it. I've said it before. I've said it before on here. I didn't handle it well because it wasn't fun no more. Everybody was like, "You sorry?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was chasing me
For sure.
but that helped me become a better player.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like I was like, okay, now I got what's going on. You just gotta keep doing what you was doing.
Yeah.
You don't gotta prove nothing to nobody.
To nobody.
You already proved it.
Right. That's why you are number one.
Yeah, that's why you're number one. You already proved it.
Did you pay attention to rankings and stuff? Like, did you know? Like, do you remember who was number one in your class and like all that?
Who was all in your class?
DeMar Johnson, Jay Will, Carlos Boozer, Mike Dunleavy. Why am I going blank? My guy from Alabama, Donnell Harvey. Donnell Harvey. So that was like our Kenny Satterfield. That was like the Casey Sanders. That was like the top of the class. But I remember I was a no-name and actually Rotary Friends of Hoop.
Mm-hmm.
So I only played 2 years at AAU.
Yep.
My fifth grade year, and Rotary Friends of Hoop always had 10 players, and I was the 10th player. I was skilled enough, but I wasn't just ready for all that. Like, it was so intense. I'm like, man, I don't know what this, I told my mom, and she's like, just go get better.
Yeah.
It was never, I thank my parents so much for that. They never complained to a coach. They never, go get better.
Yeah.
And so I went, I got better at 16. I started doing what I said. The next year I played AAU. And there were some people in the city, there's 2 teams, who thought they could do what I did. I said, it's cool, I'll go to the second team. I had no ego.
Yeah.
I make All-American on 2 tournaments. At that time, it was only Vegas Big Time and the Pumps. So from July 15th to 25th, you was gone on the road. I made All-American, basically. And it threw me back because last night I was at the gym, the main gym, and I went to the small gym. And there's only a couple coaches in there. I said, wow. I had every coach in the country, once my name started rolling, in these small gyms.
Yeah.
I could have went anywhere. That's what Michigan, UCLA,
Damn.
Duke's, everybody's there in these small gyms just to watch me play because I'm there on the second team, and I took our team to Elite 8. Yeah. As a point guard, Theo, I know you don't think I'm going to show you a couple of dimes because you don't believe I was doing it.
Listen, I believe you passed. I'm going to be honest. Anytime I hear Jamal Crawford,
you think bucket.
I think between the legs, behind the back, lay. Why the hell did you do that? I don't know. But it happened. Where would you have went to school?
If it wasn't Michigan, it was going to be UCLA or Washington. And Fresno State was in there because I committed to TARC before I got grades. And then I opened up my recruitment again.
What was your biggest thing in recruitment for you?
Showcase my skills.
Gotcha.
More than anything, because like, I love Jalen Rose. The Fab Five are everything to me. Like their coach, I'm always been big on culture. So how their effect on culture, I always love them. But I was saying I was in the kid in the backyard, 3, 2, I only got grades. 8th grade, I make this shot, I'm going to Michigan. I make this shot, I'm going to NBA. I was that kid. So when it happened, I was like, dang, I saw this already.
Yeah.
My life is just playing out how I said, this is no lie, I don't mean it's scary. My life played out exactly how I saw it playing out. As a kid. Dope. I was a kid, 9 years old, walking around Maynard's games, walking around like, yeah, I'm gonna be a pro. Not in a cocky way, but I just had that. I just
knew.
Confidence.
You had
the
confidence.
That's what this game is, though.
Yeah. So no, I was going there, but Michigan, I'm like, am I gonna play? I didn't have to start. They're like, oh, you're gonna get your opportunities to play. Shout out to Curtis Townsend. He's at Kansas right now. And then Bryant Ellerby, for sure.
So Michigan, that's
where I went. Tom Brady's there. I'm there. Dave Terrell's there.
Y'all out here balling.
Charles Woodson just left. Bro, if NIL was in then, I'm telling you, I had they got the student section, like Maize and Blue. I had a student section next to the student section. They all had headbands on, Crawford crazies.
So
no lie.
So where was Carolina?
They didn't recruit me. I think they came with interest late. And I'm an MJ guy, so I would have loved to have gone to Carolina.
I feel like that's been a lot of stories. Carolina be coming in late
time.
a lot.
Is that what it is?
We take our time.
Y'all wait too long. Huh?
We got to say. We got to see how you develop.
Yeah. All right.
Development. But listen, y'all heard it here. He would have went to Carolina.
Had they, because I had them the Tar Heel shorts and everything. But Michigan was my dream, so I lived out my dream.
Okay, that's dope.
That's fair, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
That's fair. Where did you end up ranked at the end of your high school career?
I made Parade Magazine All-American second team, so wherever that's it. Somewhere in the 10 to 20 range, I guess.
McDonald's All-American?
No.
You didn't make McDonald's?
No. That's what tripped me out because I'm like, I'm Parade Magazine second team. And they said, well, you came on the scene late. I only played, 2 years of high school. Because I was running around, wrong crowd,
Running around.
no grades.
Running away.
I established myself so late, which I wasn't tripping on though. Because,
But still, if you the second team and
bro, I get it. You number one. We chasing you. So, that's crazy.
Kind of crazy.
That's
make
crazy.
it make sense.
I can't. But that's the politics of the game.
That is the politics.
Right?
That
We
is
talked
the
about
politics
that.
of
You're
the
right.
game.
You're 100% right about that. So, you're getting ready to go to college.
Yeah.
Dream.
Dream school.
You here.
I'm here.
Was your welcome college moment?
You know what? Rest in peace, my guy, Big Fred. He told me, he's from Detroit, so I go to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
He said, this is your plan. He's an OG. He's like, your first game on campus, you're going to show all the people, because nobody really know you outside of here. You're going to show all the people you can play. I think I scored 25 my first preseason game.
Yeah.
He said, okay, now you're playing University of Detroit. Rashad Phillips, shout out to my guy. And he's like, this is all the city of Detroit's going to get to learn you, because Ann Arbor's like 40 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
Game-winning shot, game-winning block.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's like, all right, now you about to play Georgia Tech. And now this the cable world's going to learn you. He's giving me all the game as an OG.
Mm-hmm.
14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks. Player of the game. We win. ACC Big Ten Challenge. He said, all right, stage is set. This is it. We playing Duke on a Saturday. The whole world's watching.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
27-6.
Who
And
on
I
that
put
Duke team?
on, and we lost by 4, but I put on a show.
Play the
Who
clip.
was on that Duke team?
Jay Will. They had they had the first best
Jay
recruit
Will, he
pass in the
bust
country.
your ass.
Nah, that's my guy. That's my guy. And we played together in Chicago. Shout out to Jay Will.
Shout out to Jay Will, man.
They had Shane Battier,
Yep.
Chris Carrawell, Jay Will, Casey Sanders. Who else they have? I said Dunleavy, Boozer. But the crazy part about that game was this. After the game, so people saw the game. What they didn't see was Coach K came up to me after the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, how'd they let you go to Washington? Because Bob Bender played for him as a coach. I said, whatever happened. He said, you got so many moves. Nobody can guard you. I said, man, I called him. Coach K said, I got moves. Can't nobody guard me.
Yeah.
That was my dope moment from Michigan.
That's elite.
For sure.
Dope. That is
That's
dope.
a
You
great,
get some untold gems right now.
Nah, that's a great story right there. Put on show against Duke.
I can
Yeah, you
imagine
going.
you just the type of person that got a basketball just walking around, just crossing over
Yeah.
in class, at
Everywhere.
home, everywhere.
Yeah.
And I told Paulo this. I don't know if he told you guys when he went to Duke. I'm like, you got school, you got hoop, you got practice, but every second you can, be in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna show y'all a picture when we finish, where he absolutely, the first day he was there, he was in the gym by himself. I said, I spent so many days in the gym by myself because my thinking was, the more I'm in here, the quicker I'm gonna get out.
Like
They
that.
partying, they going to this, I'm in the gym. And it's funny because over COVID, I connected with some of my Michigan people. And they was like, man, we remember coming back from like parties.
Yeah.
1, 2 in the morning, we see lights on in the gym. And we knew
No,
he was
that's
in
you.
there. Yeah, I was in
Mhm.
there. I was in there.
God, that's tough.
I was the kid where they're like, man, you working like that? There's somebody right now in North Dakota working out.
Mhm.
And it's cold outside.
Yeah.
I was that kid. For sure.
That's amazing. What keeps you motivated?
The love of the game. I hate to say it like this, but I could die on the court and I'd be all right. Like,
Yeah.
I just love the game so much.
Mhm.
And your cousin the same way.
Oh,
And that,
100%.
honestly, that was like our bond,
Yeah.
was the game. I didn't play to change nobody's circumstance. I
Mhm.
love my mom to death. I didn't play we was in a small apartment. I didn't play for that.
Mhm.
I didn't play to get paid. I played
You
because
just love
I
the hoop.
love the game, bro.
Yeah.
I played till 40-something because I love the game. It
That's
was nothing
tough.
that had to do with nothing.
For sure.
Like, I gave away, now looking back, I was crazy. 39 years old, I gave away $5 million to say, I'm out of here, Minnesota. I'm not playing enough. I got to go play.
Yeah.
Like, I just
Mhm.
love the hoop.
Yeah.
I just love it, bro.
That makes
sense.
That makes a
Yeah.
whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because we want to harp on this on each stage of life. High school. We're going to hop back to this for a second.
Okay.
What was a moment for you that you had to flip the switch and be like, okay, I got to lock in, or I'm going to take the wrong route?
When I realized that no matter how good I was and how much my name was exploding locally, I wasn't going nowhere with no grades. So I had to lock in on school. SAT, I started doing SAT prep. I had to get my cumulative GPA from my freshman, sophomore year. So once I realized like I couldn't go where, you're a kid, man, I'm nice there. I'm going somewhere. Right?
Yeah.
Nah, there's proper channels and steps you got to take.
For sure.
And so once I locked in on that, that was like a game-changing moment for me because I had to lock in.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. My sister tells the story. When my SAT came in, the score, I think my sister saw it first. And it was like Boys in the Hood when Ricky made his test scores. Everybody didn't die. It was like Boys in the Hood, but I didn't die. And they were screaming all in the house, I made the test scores because that was like the big thing for me. That was the only thing that could hold me back at that time.
Makes sense. What about how many years you do in Michigan?
Half, 1 year. It was 1 year, but I only played a half.
Yeah. So what was that moment in college?
I would say, that's a good question. In college, I would say it was when I got in trouble with the NC2A. And what happened was they said I was NIL and before there was NIL, basically.
Yeah.
And they're not all the way wrong. I wasn't just getting bags of money, but like I was getting SAT help courses and things that I wasn't paying for. But a family friend was like, yo, you need this, cool. He never asked me for that. He wasn't no agent, wasn't no alumni.
Yeah.
So they had banned me from college basketball. But then they reinstated me once they did their due diligence. I got to miss the rest of the season. But at that point, I put my name in the draft. Yeah. So that was the moment where it could have went either way.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And I had a lot of dark moments just not knowing how it was going to play out.
For sure. At that moment, you're just working on your game now.
That was it. And school was hard to go to because it was like, man, like I can't play this year. Yeah. Like I'm not.
How good was the team? How good were you?
We were 13-4 when I was playing.
Ooh.
So we were solid. And that year, if you go back and look, 3 teams made the Elite Eight with one to have an opportunity to. So they had 4 in the Sweet 16. And Michigan State from the conference actually won it. Michigan State, Purdue, Indiana with AJ Guy, Ohio State with Mike Red and Scooney Penn.
Gotcha.
Like they was nice.
That's tough.
Yeah, yeah.
It hurt me because I'm like, when you have a good team,
and
you got a chance to possibly win it, we're winners.
I'm not saying we was gonna win it, but I know we was made the tournament. And that was a win because they said you could do your homework in the stadium the year before.
For sure. But the thing is, with a guy like, if you're going to run,
anything
that's all the tournament is.
That's all the tournament is.
You see what I'm saying? You're going to run in the tournament. You can fuck around and win it.
Yeah, running your race.
Like exactly. Yeah. So you put your name in the draft. Time to get to the bag.
No. Theo, they thought I was crazy. AJ, they thought I was crazy. I'll never, ever, ever forget this. I put my name in the draft.
Yep.
My own college coach don't support me, first off. That's the number one. Like, you got to support me, dog. So that's number one.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the writer's name. I got a lot of respect for him now. His name is Steve Kelly. Shout out to Steve. But you could probably find an article. He was like, here's a player. This is how he starts the article. Here's a player that last year he could walk in any gym in the city. Everybody knows his name in this game. He's about to disappear from the game forever and play in Serbia somewhere. He's not ready. That player is Jamal Crawford. Boom. Don't forget that. Don't forget that story.
Damn.
So I put my name in the draft. I go to Chicago camp. Shout out to Coach Townsend. He told me to get down there. I missed the first day. I go to Chicago camp for 2 days. Turn it out. Lottery. At that time, you still were playing against like dudes. You know what I'm saying? And my team went undefeated. And the question then was, could I shoot? So they had the NBA, and I was practicing for it. They had the 3-point challenges, 10 threes. One a spot, 5 spots, same thing, come back. The last 3, I banked in from the corner. I went 9 for 10. I'm like, damn, it's just my day. That's it. Like, it banked in, bro. I probably banked in a corner 3 maybe 5 or 6 times in my life.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that was just it. From there, and then I was like, and gotta tell y'all something. So then 2 days, my name's blowing up. They're like, you ain't gotta play no more.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, my groin kind of sore. They was like, yep, Crawford's done his groin sore. That was it. Right when we was doing the agility stuff.
Yeah.
And luckily, somebody I knew was kind of helping run that. And they was like, yep, he's done. And the team was like, you done so well. We don't even need to like have you come in and play. Just come in and talk to us. So I went to Dallas. I went to Detroit. I went to Chicago. I went to Milwaukee just to talk to him. Funny story. Mark Cuban just said, he was like, I was his first draft class. So he's like, man, I'm an owner for the first time in 2000. His draft, me and Jamal just riding around the city, going there. He's like, I didn't know how to host. Like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how that happened.
That's wild.
But go back to Steve Kelly.
Yeah.
I don't see him until my 5th year in the league. I just signed with the Knicks. I signed for a bag. First time seeing him since he said that.
Yep.
He comes to shake my hand. I could recite that to him in front of everybody in Portland. He was like, I was like, yeah. I said, but you helped motivate me. Thank you. That was 5 years later.
That's crazy.
That's a fact.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, heart drop.
Yeah, he did. He turned red and everything. He's a legend. He's a legendary writer. Much respect for him.
I know his heart. He like,
but no way he think I remember that. Like on fire, I signed for $60 million 5 years later.
Yeah,
like, you don't remember this.
That's crazy.
I remember it.
You guys ever forget to put on your daily deodorant? Don't worry. Mando has got you with their whole body deodorant from the founders of Lumi. Formulated with mandelic acid, Mando gives you 72 hours of odor control. It stops odor before it even starts. And the best thing about it, you can put it anywhere. Mando has cologne quality scents, and my favorite is Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji will have you smelling good for a long time, and trust me, Colleen noticed right away. At the end of the day, it's a whole body deodorant that was created by a doctor. It's aluminum free and baking soda free, and it's vegan. Mando starter pack is perfect for you to try out. You get a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 products of your choice, and of course, free shipping. Mando will always have you smelling right. New customers will get $5 off a starter pack using our promo code RYR. That's equivalent to 40% off your starter pack. Use code RYR. That's promo code RYR at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. It's time to smell better naked. Trust me, your partner will thank you.
how many workouts you do?
2. I did 2, bro. And the first one's with the Kings.
Yep.
We're doing 2-on-2, 3-on-3s, and I'm playing the exact same. I'm throwing through people's legs. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You got to have fun.
I was just raw. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I throw it through people's legs. I'm like, well, I call him like, man, that was kind of easy. You know, funny story at Section 7, I just saw somebody was in my workout. He's like, man, you remember was in the Sacramento King? I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That was one. I'm telling you, these things I've never told before. This is crazy. So that was one. And then the Clippers. Rest in peace, Dennis Johnson.
Mm.
And that was so laid back. It was just me and him on the court. He was rebound pass. I'm like, oh, so when did the workout start? He's like, it's already started. I was just catching and shooting, just basic stuff. That was it.
Damn.
That was it. And it wasn't even at the facility. Like, we were at a college or something. At the time, the Clippers didn't have their own facility.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you went to a damn team because you didn't work out for it.
That I didn't work out for.
How many times did that happen?
All the time. Like,
Bro.
everybody, like, that.
Did you even talk to him?
I talked to him, but when I got drafted by Chicago, I went there. Chicago's was different. So they would have you go 3 days. Krause did like, one day was just basketball. One day was just like film and breaking down plays. And the next day was like psych tests.
Got you.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you a story that he told me. And I don't think I've ever said this publicly, but he told me this. He had like a lot of pictures on the wall. And I was the only player that he's ever had come through that identified the people in the picture. It was Earl Monroe and Wes Unseld.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the only, I didn't know at the time, but that probably helped get me drafted. He's like, oh, he's a student of the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He told somebody who works in the league now about that. He never told me a story. Krause did. And he told this person a story. Like, you need to bring him to work in the front office because he's a student of the game. I won't say the team or the name, but yeah. But he's like, Krause told me to come get you because you're such a student of the game. It's crazy. Relationships, never burning bridges, like you said, running your race.
And that first impression
is everything.
First impression is everything.
Yes.
My goodness. Draft night.
Yeah.
You've been dreaming about this for a long
Bro,
time.
the day of the draft, I'm wearing Chicago Bulls shorts, Chicago Bull cutoff. I had my Chris Ayers, all my bling underneath, and I had a bandana on with some J's on. I had all Bulls gear on looking like Iverson with a band. I'm telling you. True story. True story. That's
So
my
did you
guy.
know?
My hero. No. And the TV comes around. You know, the TV comes around when you're about to be drafted.
Yeah, yeah.
The Cleveland Cavaliers select, and I'm like, hold up. I didn't even work out or talk for Cleveland.
Yeah.
But I got drafted. I'm like, they can't change it. They made a
Yeah,
mistake.
for
I'm
sure.
everybody. And then I'm doing a press conference. They get you back there. I'm doing the presser.
Mm.
Like, you've been traded. Andy Katz was like, you've been traded to Chicago. I'm like, man, I always wanted to go to Chicago, and that's how I went. It was crazy, though, because you hear so many rumors, and I kind of snuck through the back door. My whole career has been through the back door, to be honest with you. For real. From high school to the college to, like, the pros. The way my career has just been, like, swept under, and I love it like that because I didn't do it for attention anyway.
Yeah.
But the thing about that is everything throughout your race to get there.
Yeah.
It's built you to that.
For sure.
Like everything when you got there, you were prepared that this is nothing.
I was built for that.
I'm built for this. Y'all don't even understand. Oh, I'm bet where?
Where?
Let me know.
Ooh, it don't even matter.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So talk about that night for your family, though. It's just dream come true.
It's a dream.
You work for it.
One of my grandma's dreams was to see me get drafted and to see me play in the NBA. And thank God I accomplished that while she was alive. But it was just like, it was so far-fetched, bro. Like the NBA, you like, man, there's a million kids who are dreaming of the same thing. What's gonna separate me? But I feel like God always told me you were different.
Yeah.
And I always have faith. I always believed in my heart of hearts, like I was different. And not just on the court. I just feel like I always had I had favor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've always been the same person. I've always been the same everything. So for me, I just felt like I had that. And so yeah, like it's just the family was excited. I'm excited. It was just like surreal. That was the best night of the whole NBA process.
For sure.
Because you can't accomplish anything after that, right? Without going through that.
Mm-hmm. So you get to Chicago. You playing for your favorite player.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Yes.
You're just there. Let me ask you this. What was the owner name again?
The what?
The GM name?
Jerry Cross.
How was he?
He was cool to me, he was like, he never.
Because it's kind of fresh off to Jordan.
Yeah. No, they just won 98. I'm there in 2000.
Yeah.
So
think about that.
Bro,
Yeah.
so the stands are still sold out from what they did.
From what they did, yeah.
Like they bought in advance. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we're like trying to follow that up. Like it was impossible. But Krause had a plan. He had a plan to draft the young guys, me, Tyson Chandler, Eddie Curry.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought he was going to get Tim Duncan, Grant Hill. Go back. I bet you they're free agent at that time. Tim Duncan and Tracy McGrady. He thought he was going to get those three to go with us.
Damn, that would have been crazy.
That's what he thought.
So you, Tim Duncan, Tyson Chandler, Tracy McGrady,
Eddie Curry and Grant Hill.
Eddie
And Grant Hill.
And Grant Hill. That's what he thought was I bet you if you go back and look, he said that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he thought
That's
it was
special.
That's unbelievable,
special.
right?
That is.
So who ended up being on that team your first year?
My first year, Fred Hoiberg, AJ Guyton. We had 6 rookies. So myself, Elamine,
Shit.
myself,
That's a lot of
Elamine, AJ Guyton, Dalibor Bogaric, Jake Voskuhl, and I'm missing Marcus Pfizer. Those were the 6 rookies.
Uh-huh.
And then we had Fred Hoiberg, Bryce Drew, Corey Benjamin, Elton Brand, and I think that was pretty much it that first year. Then it changed each year.
Dude, 6 rookies on an NBA team.
It's crazy.
That will never
Think about that.
happen again.
That'll never happen again.
That's never going to happen.
6 rookies, and 3 of them was first round, 3 of them was second round. And we all on the team. Like, we're the youngest team in the league, I think, the first 2 years.
How many games y'all win?
Oh, no, 15.
Makes sense.
15.
Rookies, I mean,
Can I ask you this, Theo? Because you just took me back to my rookie year. At what point for you, because it's different to have game and be good and then have NBA confidence and be NBA good. When for you did the NBA game slow down? Like you was like, okay, I got this shit figured out. Like it slowed down now.
The G League.
The G League.
I was a 2-way.
Okay.
So my first year was a 2-way. And it's so crazy when I was, the draft night happened. I thought I could go second round because I had some good workouts, whatever, and didn't happen. But before the draft ended, OKC at 55 was like, yo, we'll draft you, but we're going to send you to Australia.
Yeah.
Nah,
No, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm going to leave. Brooklyn says we'll give you a 2-way. We loved your workout. We just didn't work out. Cool. Did it. Played, and I start cooking in the G.
Yeah.
Cooking. And I'm like, and at that point, it was just confidence. I'm like, if I can do that here, and I know it's not the same, but I can do that there. And then I remember I played well. I was put in some fucked up situations. And
Yeah.
I can say that now.
Speak on it.
I was put in some fucked up situations where I'm playing 4 games in 5 nights
Oof.
in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like I would play in New York. They'd be like, we need Theo. D-Lo sitting, Kerr sitting, J.A. sitting. So me and Alan Williams, we would fly to fucking Toronto or some shit. Cool.
sheesh.
Go to Toronto and actually, no, they played. They just wanted me there because I brought energy.
Yeah.
They played better when I was there. We got boat raced.
You've always been that too, by the way.
Yeah.
Just pause. Just I could see your character and your spirit through how you are without even knowing you,
Yeah.
just how you are like on the sideline and how you care about your teammates and how like you're down for you. Like that speaks more than just okay, he's having fun.
For
That's
sure.
like something deeper.
For
But
sure.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Nah, I definitely appreciate that. And that's one thing I like. I will always bring, like, you'll see me on the CP3 sideline.
Literally.
Right.
I'm standing there. I don't give a damn. I'm supposed to be doing a job. I'm rocking with my boys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I'm not too cool for that shit.
Right.
I think that's corny, in my opinion. But all that to be said, went to Toronto, we got smacked. And I remember Kawhi and them were on the team. They put us in. We damn near started to come back. And I was like, hold on. Man, I started doing pick and roll, started hitting a couple shots. And I was like, I can really do this.
Yeah.
And then my first game, I played in Milwaukee, G League team, had a triple-double. Then the same night after the game said, Theo, we need you next day. Cool, whatever. But the game's at 3. I said, I just got done playing the night before.
Right.
But I'm not gonna say no.
Right.
Fuck it.
Right.
Went out there. Remember, I first got in the game, I catch the ball. Giannis got the ball at the elbow.
Ooh, wee.
Like, bet.
Ooh, wee.
Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly appreciate Brooklyn for that because do I wish I got more of an opportunity? For sure. Because I know I would have.
Taking full advantage.
Taken full advantage. But at the end of the day, the G League helped me. It helped me build my confidence and know I could play at that level. So it was great. It is what it is. It happened. But there's certain situations that I think everybody has to go through.
For sure.
Ups and downs. What was that for you? Because that you're not really used to, you don't like losing.
No.
You like winning. You've been a hooper. You're getting your opportunities, but you want those to AAA wins.
For sure.
How tough was that first year?
Oh, it was tough. It was really tough because at a certain point, I don't care who you are, second year, third year, fourth, you start getting put in a box.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is who you are. And that, fast forward just a little bit, that's why I was like, I'm going to be a sixth man.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of being known as a good player on bad teams. I'm tired of being known as always just a scorer, whatever. Cool. I'm a winner, bro. I won in high school. I won as a kid. I won in college when we was playing. Like, I'll figure it out. So that part for me was like, it was tough, but I just because you're fighting so many battles, right? Like you're fighting that battle. You're fighting the battle to even establish you belong. Like I'm a lottery pick. I'm young. I'm 19. I'm not strong enough right now. I haven't figured out the NBA game. So you're fighting so many battles. But yeah, absolutely. There's different points where it can go either way in your career.
Go through the timeline of your NBA career. So you did how many in Chicago?
4 in Chicago.
4 in Chicago.
4.5 in New York.
Okay.
And then I go to Golden State for the rest of that year, the other half.
Yep.
From there, I get traded to Atlanta.
You
And that's
in
year
Atlanta
10 of my
for-
career. And that's when I became like a sixth man.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, that's where that went.
So
Okay.
your New York stint, when do you feel like in your career Jamal Crawford became Jamal Crawford?
That's a great question.
That is a great question. I would say after working with Michael Jordan.
Oh.
Because my first year, I'd like the last month, it's a short month, but I averaged 17. I'm like, damn, I figured out the game feels slow now. I'm like, I got it. I'm working out with him going into the second year. And that was one of the few times, besides when I was 16, where my confidence just, I was like, this is weird. Like, I feel my game going somewhere else. I felt it. I'm like, oh, man, this is different. So it's different to have an all-star saying you got game. This is the GOAT. Like, you got game. Matter of fact, I'm waiting on you until you get here. We're going to play together. And we not losing. He 40 or 39 at the time. But it gave me a whole different fuel. And so I felt my game like skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And then I got hurt, so I missed the whole second year. When I came back the third year, I'm like, now I got to deal with Jay Will, by the way.
Yeah.
So they drafted him. I was the top pick as a point guard. So, and Bill Cartwright, that's my guy, but he didn't want to play us together. This wasn't positionless basketball.
Yeah.
Got you.
If he played 32 minutes, I was playing 16 and vice versa. So we battling every day in practice to get these minutes. By the second half of the season, or last month, he let us play together. And we took off. We like, we gonna rock out. You get the motorcycle accident the next summer. But I felt my game coming to like fruition that second season, but it took off after that. And this is when I knew. I did the shake and bake. And when I was playing Iverson, and he wasn't guarding me, Aaron McKee was, but I had 33 and 8. And I'm like, dang. And I threw off the backboard in that season and dunked. I'm like, okay, now I'm here.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I can go do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And going back to what you said, when I figured it out, the secret sauce is it don't matter who you play.
Mhm.
If you own your flow works against him,
Mhm.
anybody.
Yeah.
That's why I can make LA Fitness look like the NBA and vice versa.
Yeah.
Because once I figured out my flow, it wasn't about nobody else. You can pressure me, you can, whatever you, it don't even matter. It's not even about you no more.
Yeah.
It's about I figured out how to master what I do.
Yeah.
And that works anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to. Like, we talk about this, well, we need to talk about it more, is like, when that game slows down, that's when you made it.
Yeah.
That's when it's here. Every single great player that you can think of, your favorite player, whoever you look up to, the game slowed down. Point blank, period. They might look like Russell Westbrook has always went hard.
Yeah.
Yes. Always.
But it slowed down
Yes,
for him.
it slowed down.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he sees the game at a different level than you do.
Yeah.
Chris Paul, Jesus Christ, it's
a snail.
He's thinking about what he's gonna do the next time down the court as he's in the middle of doing a play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like little things like that you have to realize. You got to figure out what that is to slow that game down for you. And then
Chris, it just hit me right when you said it. I speak of Luka like this. Chris is the same way. Chris, Luka, I'm thinking from the guards. Those two jump out at me. I'm sure I'm missing some, but those two, they can not only slow their game down, they can slow your game down when you're in the game with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they can slow the whole game down. Then it's like, it's really, they're having so much fun in their head because it's like, I can do anything out here. You guys have no idea.
They controlling the whole game.
Yeah.
that is
Jason Kidd was like that. Like there's savants to that level are like that.
And like I said, I was with J. Kidd, I was with Luka.
LeBron, he's another one. Yes.
That's why I told everyone this year, and you could play the clip. I said, first of all, LD in the playoffs, bro, he can control. He has that LeBron factor in him. Luka Doncic can literally control. He's the closest thing to LeBron of being able to control everything on the court. Everyone says he needs to play. No, why? He can literally control the whole game at his speed.
His pace makes you go his pace.
You have to go his pace.
The best athletes in the world, you have to go his pace.
And it does not matter.
He's like, brother, how does that feel what I'm doing to you? Brother, this is crazy. Like, brother.
It's scary. Like, it is very scary. We got, like, he's figured it, and he's, dog. What's fucked up is that he just got to the finals. He know he can get there now.
And his game isn't built on athleticism. So this run can run for another 15 years if he wants. You know what I'm saying?
And now he's just looking like, okay, you see what we need. They open. Okay, let's go get Klay Thompson. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Klay about to get a lot of wide open shots.
Double me again.
Yeah.
And that's what he puts you in the trick bag. I told my son, I'm like, y'all see the 73 points, but you didn't see the 14 assists. If he doesn't get the 14 assists, he can't get the 73 points.
He's opening this up so he can get.
And now he's testing your team's trust.
For sure.
You sure you want to keep helping?
Yeah.
You sure you want to double?
For sure.
You sure you want to leave me one-on-one? Now you're in a trick bag.
Did you ever have a winning season in Chicago?
No.
Tough.
33 and 49 was the most wins we got.
It's a lot of fucking losing.
A lot.
That's rough.
That's rough.
Then you go to the Mecca.
Oh.
They put Jamal Crawford in the Mecca.
In the Mecca.
Were you on that team when
Probably, yep.
When Buddy shot that dumbass shot? And the Knicks were up.
No, I wasn't in that game.
That was, you know what I'm talking about. No.
I ain't saying no name.
I'm glad I don't know his name because I was about to fucking say it.
Yeah.
No, they was up.
Yeah.
Got an offensive rebound. Kicked it back. Tyson got the offensive rebound, kicked it back out, shot the three.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I know you're talking about.
No, but talk about playing. Listen, I was blessed, and I love all my New York Knicks fans. I was blessed to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And we made the playoffs.
Yeah.
You didn't make
Nah, but it felt like it every night.
Talk about how special that place is.
It's nothing like it.
Nothing.
Bro, I would go, if we had a matinee game at 12, I would play at 12 and go to the parks at 4 o'clock and ask them what moves they want me to do next. I was so lock and key. Yeah, I play on the playground too.
What?
Game, we telling everybody now. But yeah, I was playing on the playground after matinee games. I'm asking them, what move you want to throw out the back? I got you. Watch next game. So like I was so locked in the
really
community.
loved the game.
Oh, that's a bro. I got a shirt that says "Balls Life." My wife's like that. That don't even apply to you. Like, there's no way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. Like,
Are y'all wait a minute. Are y'all understanding what this man is saying? He's playing an NBA game.
Yes.
Then he goes to the street and play some more. Okay, got it.
I got an even better story about that particular situation, but I'll wait on it. But no, so I'm like tapped in. Like I'm at the Rucker. I'm everywhere. I'm literally everywhere, and it was nothing like it. It felt like you're on stage.
Loved it.
Samuel L. Jackson came to a game. I wasn't playing that game because my hand. He's looking across the court like, "Why you ain't playing?" I'm like, "My hand." He's like, "Oh, like I only came to watch you play." I'm like, "This is Samuel L. Jackson, bro."
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I got a letter. I never told this. I'm gonna tell y'all because y'all family. I got a letter like 3 months ago, and when I scored 52, Heath Ledger was at the game, and somebody was with him wrote a letter from my foundation. It was like Heath Ledger was at the game. We went to Spotted Pig that night with Jay afterwards, and he asked what he saw, and he was like, "Man, this kid was balling." And he said he started picking up basketball after watching you at the Garden, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
You never know who was there. You never know who was watching. You just feel like you're on stage. So, yeah.
That's just that story just like makes me think about just little things that happen here and there. I remember like this game has done tremendous things for us. Someone came up to me today and said, "Yo, I saw you play at Georgia Tech. I love you. I
Think
just
about
love
that.
you as a person. I love you as a player.
Think about that.
And I named my kid after you."
No way.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I like.
If that didn't hit home, like
I was like, "What?" I'm like, and all we doing is putting the ball in the basket.
that's it. Think
You know
about
what I'm saying?
that though.
Like, yeah. And I'll be completely honest. I have not watched much high school basketball since I've been in the league because it's just the timing of it. I love, like, just this week has made me love this shit.
Yeah.
Because they care.
Yes.
They want to get to where we are.
Yes.
And they're like, I can't tell how many people ask me, when can I work out?
Think about
When
that.
can I work out with you?
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never put somebody through a workout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I've never thought about doing that.
Right.
And they're actually going to try to do the actual things I teach them.
Yeah.
For
so
sure.
I need to really hone in on what I'm
that looks
talking
like,
about.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's such a cool moment. And now you're coaching and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's a blessing also. But before we get to that, we're going to get to that at the end. But you're in New York. The city loves basketball.
Yeah.
That's all you need because the city, first of all, the fans crazy as shit.
They're crazy. In a good way. They're the
In a
most
good way.
crazy. They're the best
But they're
fans I've played in front of.
passionate.
Yeah.
They just want
For
to
sure.
celebrate something.
Something.
You know what I'm saying? So how tough was that? Just, I mean, like you said, y'all weren't winning much, but you also was trying to still build something.
And the fans are honest.
Yeah.
Oh, they honest.
And
They
I
gonna let you know.
take great pride in 4.5 years. I took pride in this. 4.5 years, never once did they boo me. They felt I came to play every single night.
And they will love you because of that.
Yeah,
I-
absolutely.
I believe.
And they were like, there was times I could have asked out, whatever, and I was like, and that's why I was so devastated when I got traded.
Mhm.
So I'm like, damn, I could have left when it was bad. We went through some of the worst, darkest times, and I said, no, I want to be here when it's good. And as soon as it started turning good, me and Zebo was both averaging 20. Going to the playoff, we were on pace to go playoff. D'Antoni just came, the system's gonna fit perfect.
Yeah.
And we get traded for the chance at LeBron and I think Amari and Melo, like that 2010.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I get it.
No,
but I
yeah,
was
for
like,
sure.
damn. Like
you
it
know
took
you
me a
was getting
couple days.
traded?
No. The night before, Mike D'Antoni did an interview with John Thompson with TNT. And he was like, Jamal could average 25 this year. Who knows? Like it's gonna be perfect fit. We're in Milwaukee. I'm watching it. It's a TNT Tuesday or Thursday, whatever day it was. Got traded next day. So that one was like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
Like, oh. So it took me a couple days. And that's another part of the business of basketball, right? It's my first
Was
time
that
being
your
traded.
first business?
Yeah. First time being traded. When I'm the leading scorer, loved in the city, everything in the community. I'm winning awards off the court. So I'm what you want a Knick to represent. You know what I'm saying? And when doing it in a way that people are taking to. So I was shocked.
So with that, did that I feel like that's when a lot of people start to realize the business of it.
Yes.
One time.
Yes.
When you get traded, you don't know. Did you look at basketball different now? Like the NBA, all
Yeah.
right, shit. Still love the game, but now I gotta also
gotta-
understand the business
The
side of
business.
it.
That's exactly what happened, AJ, because it was more so like, damn, I gave my heart to this team. I'm big on brotherhood. I'm big on family. I'm big on team. And like, just like that, I'm gone now.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, man, I gotta, you know, like slow down a little bit with that part of it. But dang, like it could happen. I lost trust in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other time it happened like that was with the Clippers. Because I didn't see that one coming either.
We'll get to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
we'll get to that one. No,
yeah.
that definitely hits home because I know we keep comparing stories, but like when I was Brooklyn, COVID hits. We're on the brink. We get Jock Vaughn. He's been up being the coach. We're in COVID. I'm working out. They give us bikes. They're bringing us food every day, just trying to keep us in shape, blah, blah, blah. So it's cool. And then right before we go to the bubble, wave me. And I'm like, and I'm excited. I'm excited to go to the bubble.
And what's crazy, they loved you though. I went to the bubble and they talked about you there. They loved you.
And I was like, this is gonna be my chance. Because Kyle wasn't going.
They coming,
Katie wasn't going.
You get
Spencer
to
didn't
shine.
go. And I'm like, hell yeah. This is my shot.
Yep.
And I was so locked in. And then I was like,
damn.
Yep.
That
one cut you. That's the one, huh?
That
really
shit
like
hurt me. That one hurt me. And then I went to the Knicks and I was like, perfect. The Knicks suck.
Right.
Yeah, I get the ball.
About to get off.
I get the play.
Yeah, I get to play.
We make the fucking playoffs. So I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Every team I went to, I was like, bet they stink. When I went to Brooklyn, I went there, I was like, they stink. I'm gonna play in the playoffs. Next thing you know, Katie and Kyrie come. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is
Right.
going on?
That's tough.
No, but like I said, that's tough. But when you get traded, it happens. What was the trade process for you? What happened that day?
What up, everybody? Y'all know what time it is. It is that time of the show. Welcome to Theo's Picks. So make sure y'all go to DraftKings right now and download the app. Make sure y'all use the promo code RACE because y'all know DraftKings will take care of you guys. Now let's get into the picks. First off, let's get right into it. We got LA versus Chicago. I got Chicago in that game, and I'm going to go with the over 42. I think both teams could score some touchdowns there, so I'm going to go with the over on that. Next, we're going to go Pittsburgh and Indiana. Both teams struggle with scoring. You never know what each quarterback's going to give you, and both defenses are solid. Indiana's up and down, but Pittsburgh offense is not that great. So I'm going to take the under in 41. But I will pick Pittsburgh to win that game. I think Pittsburgh's a pretty good fucking team. Next, we got a little rivalry. New Orleans, Atlanta, in Atlanta. That's going to be a dog fight. I'm telling you that right now. I got Atlanta winning that game. I think Atlanta's starting to figure it out. I think they have a good football team. And I'm going to pick the over. I think both teams are going to put the ball in the end zone, and I'm going to pick the over for that. Next, we got Jacksonville and Houston. In Houston, I'm going to pick Houston. I'm going to go, the line is 46. That's a tough one for me. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over 46. It's either going to be like back and forth or Houston's going to beat the crap out of them and score a lot of points. Next, we got another rivalry. Apparently it's going to be rivalry week or something. Minnesota versus Green Bay in Green Bay. The line is 40. Man. I'm going to go over. Over 40 for sure. I'm going to go over. And I got Minnesota winning that game. I like Minnesota. I think Minnesota's a good football team. I think they're a good football team. Sleeper team. Next, Philly at Tampa Bay. I'm going to take Tampa Bay. The line is 47. I'm going to take the under. I think both teams will make stops here and there, but I'm going to take the under, but I got Tampa Bay winning. Next, I'll pick two more. I'll go three more. Washington versus Arizona in Arizona. You know who I got. Washington by 1 million. The line is 49.5. A lot of points in that game. I'm going to take the over in that. I'm going to take the over in that. I like that. I like the 49.5. Pick Washington, of course. Next, Buffalo versus Baltimore in Baltimore. 45.5. I'm going to take the under. No, I'm going to take the over. And I got Baltimore winning in Baltimore. It's going to be a big game for both teams. Last but not least, Seattle at Detroit. Line is at 48.5. I will go with Detroit winning this game, and I will pick the under. I will pick the under in that game. Monday Night Football, pick the under. I don't know if Seattle can score enough, so I'm going to pick the under in that one. And I got Detroit winning. And that is it with Theo's picks. Make sure y'all go to DraftKings, download the app, and use promo code RACE. New customers who bet $5 get 200 bonus bets instantly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Now let's get back to the episode.
I stayed in the room and I was in shock, to be honest with you. And luckily, Golden State was like, hey, we're on an East Coast trip. Take a couple days to, get yourself together. You can meet us on the East Coast trip. But I was shocked. And even when I played there, it just felt, especially in the beginning when I met the team, I'm like, looking at the uniform, like, this is weird. This is crazy. Like, because I'm telling you, New York, I was loved. Even, bro, I went to a playoff game last year, and they literally treated me like I just went to the playoffs for that team the year before. I couldn't even move around. Like,
That's crazy.
like it's crazy. Yeah. So I'm like, so imagine when I was actually playing, like in my prime there, like it was crazy.
They love me, and I didn't play a second. Tibbs never played me. And I'm like,
You came off the bench?
no, I never played.
But I'm saying you were going to be off the bench. That's probably why he don't play off the bench.
No,
I learned that. I learned that
hell
too.
no.
Yeah. Oh, you with me now? I was going to say,
we're on the same
You with me
page.
now?
They playing 40 minutes. They playing 48 minutes.
Oh, man.
Listen, he gonna run them to the ground.
Yeah. But Tibbs is dope.
But that day, you get traded,
Yeah.
and then you stay in your room.
Mm-hmm.
What's the process? Because I'm trying to think. You go straight to Golden State after that?
No,
'Cause
they were
you meet 'em?
playing. I met them in what was the first game? Either DC, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I
They were coming to the East Coast.
They were already on their East Coast trip. When
Got
the
you,
trade
got you,
happened.
got you,
Yeah, so I met them. I met up with the
got you.
team. I think it was DC.
Mm.
And it was just weird because you got to pack all this stuff. You got to move all this stuff. I didn't have like younger kids at the time,
Yeah.
but it's just like, it's weird because you just walk in a whole new locker room.
Yeah.
And don't forget, they're coming off the We Believe era.
Oh, shit.
So they loving Barron and Monte, and Monte's coming off of, I think, a moped or scooter accident.
Mm.
So they got their own little, man, hold up, we in transition. It was a weird time. So I was in the midst of the We Believe and Steph. I was there the year before Steph got there.
Got you.
So I was in that little pocket right there.
Got you. You finish that year.
Yeah.
Go to Atlanta.
I go to LA.
Are you free agent?
No, they traded me.
Damn.
Yeah, but Don
But
Nelson.
you wanted to get traded?
Yeah, kind of, because I saw we weren't really going nowhere. And Don
Gotcha.
Nelson was like, yeah, you and Monte can't really coexist. The great Don Nelson, who plays 4 guards, is like, y'all two can't play together. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, whatever.
So I get traded to Atlanta, and that was the first time I met with Rick Son. He came to my house. He has some Seattle roots. So he came over. He's like, you're going to be a big part of what we do. You're going to come off the bench. He said, we just went to the playoffs. I'm like, cool, I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that summer preparing for it, and this is Seattle, so it's a local run. I'm waiting until like game 3 while the game, just to get used to seeing the game before I got in. I'm trying to prepare myself to come off the bench. I'd never done it. It works out in Atlanta. I averaged 18. We win 53 games that first year, win 6-man for the first time. Joe Johnson, leading scorer. I'm second leading scorer, but we got a team. They're young, but we got a crew. Like, they've been in the playoffs. Bibby, Marvin Williams, Joe, Al, Josh. And then, from there is when people start looking at me different.
Yeah.
Now I'm looked at as a winner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. I averaged 18, won 6-man. Like, oh, okay, well, now we look at you different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite teammate all time?
All time? I'm going to say Nate today. Because Nate was crazy, dog. I played with Nate in high school, too, though.
Nate Robinson.
Yeah. I played with him in high school, too.
Okay.
Nate's the same at 7 in the morning and 7 at night. He got the same energy. How you see him he's like that at 7 in the morning.
Right.
So either you gonna love him or you gonna be like, Nate, you get on my nerves, dog. And I learned to love Nate. That's like my brother. So I'm gonna say Nate because he's just always. I'm gonna tell you a story about Nate. So I'm watching the game. He's playing for Denver. They're playing the Lakers. Obviously, stars come out of the Lakers. I see Eddie Murphy, who I want to meet. So if y'all know Eddie Murphy, you probably know Eddie Murphy. But anyways, I see Nate, and every time down court, Eddie Murphy is cracking up laughing. But I see Nate keep talking to him. After the game, I said, Nate, what would you say? Eddie Murphy said, Maul, man, man, I did a different character from every movie he's ever been in. Every time down the court. I was Respucia one time. I was Quick over here. I was Buddy Love. Next time he said he was cracking up. He said, I had to do it. That's Nate, though.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's Nate.
That's funny.
Bro.
Yeah,
That is funny.
Your best team in Atlanta.
Al Horford's like the most solid. Like you just always knew he was like just always about winning. Very much. The Al Horford you see now, he was that at 21. Like he was always mature, always like that. Bibby was hilarious. I love all them dudes for real.
Yeah.
And they had their own little thing and they brought me into it. Smooth he always kept it light. He was hilarious. Joe was always real smooth.
Yeah.
You played with Joe before?
I don't think I did.
Okay, well he was always like, just like he comes off, just smooth, easy. Everybody was cool. So yeah, I'm gonna say, and Mario West on the bench, I be seeing my guy Rio. He's my guy too.
Well, I said, what was your best team that you thought had a
Oh,
chance
the best
to win?
team. I'm
Best
sorry.
team.
Clippers. Without a doubt.
No, in Atlanta. Then we go to
Oh, okay. The first year.
First year was your best team.
Yeah, I think. Even though we got swept by Orlando, I felt like that team could have did something. The next year, we went back and beat Orlando, but I didn't feel like that team. And we ran into MVP Derrick Rose, who was a whole
Lord.
different.
Yeah, that's an animal right there.
Listen.
Oh, Lord. We talked to Norris about that.
Man, listen.
Let me ask you this.
Okay,
go
ahead.
I asked Norris.
Go ahead. What did you ask Norris? What did he say?
I said, was Derrick Rose the best player in the world at that time?
Right.
He said, no, LeBron James.
Okay.
I get that.
Okay.
Everybody was scared of that man, Derrick.
Bro.
Everybody. Even probably Bron.
He wanted every fade.
He wanted
He
every
was not
fade.
taking no smoke.
Zero. Like, there was a time when Kirk Heinrich, he's playing with him. I hadn't seen D Rose like up close. He's like, Maul, he's different.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, is he better than this person? He's like, Maul, he's better than. Is he better than? Maul, I'm telling you. I'm like, man, ain't no way he's better than. I'm saying like vet point guards at the time, like vet point guard. He's like, I'm like, dog, there's no way. And I seen him. I was watching the game when he played for the Bulls, all pre-injury, and he had 3 dunks against the Knicks in the Garden, and he got a steal.
The one that
I said, what dunk is he gonna do next? He just did 3 different dunks.
He did the one on the
AJ, he casually, calmly, coolly stole it and walked up and touched his toes and ducked his head from the rim. I said, it's over with. He turned down no smoke. Zero. Like he was like a world-class track athlete in a basketball form. Like it was unreal. Like it was unreal. It was just incredible.
Who's the first guy that you was like, oh shit, I gotta get better defensively?
Everybody, you know I wouldn't play no damn defense.
Hey, listen, who my help side?
But when I guarded Iverson,
shit.
Because it was so like, because I had my mom would tell I had 35 pictures of cutout from like Slam magazine on my wall of him. So I'm just staring at him. I'm staring how small he is. I'm like, there's no way this dude is just dominating like this.
Yeah.
And I'm thin. He's thinner than me.
Yeah.
And like 5'11".
Yeah.
And can't nobody guard him. Like he's just, and he was so at peace and so free and so electric. Like he can make your fans his fans.
No, literally.
Literally. So he was the first one. I was like, oh my God.
So would you say that was the one guy? Who was the guy for you when you played against him? You kind of like had to lock in, be like, oh shit, I'm getting starstruck a little
Kobe.
bit. Mamba.
Hey,
Mamba.
Hey, listen. And he was so serious when he'd come out. I'll never forget it. He'd have the all white warm-ups or the purple.
Mm-hmm.
And you would try to look down there like, is he out there yet? Like sometimes he wouldn't come out first. You would kind of look like, is he out there yet? When people compare like the greatest players ever, the one thing they don't factor in with him is the fear factor he gave the defense.
Yes, I can see that.
bro, he could be 1 for 17 and he would think it was hot.
Yeah.
And he had the skill to match it. At some point, he's gonna get hot.
Yeah.
He was so fearless and so like, he was so different, man. Like his whole mentality. Like I didn't play against Jordan in his prime.
Yeah.
Not with the Bulls at least.
Yeah.
But that's how I imagine he was. Like he was just.
We call that a calibrator.
Seeing this dude, like I just hadn't seen nothing like it. The whole athleticism, the will to win, the ferociousness, the everything.
Yeah.
And we talk about turn down no smoke.
Yeah.
He ran to the smoke.
He wanted it.
He wanted
He was probably gonna call you out.
He had the calendar. He had the calendar like this. Yeah.
Yes.
Jamal Crawford.
That's the one.
Mellow.
Let me tell you what I did with Kobe. When you had to guard your matchup.
Yeah.
Man, I try to get 2 fouls so quick to get them off. Let me go there that small forward, man. It's gonna catch and shoots.
Let me go ahead and get over here.
Coach said I gotta guard him. I can't show him. I'm scared.
Yeah.
We battling. One more. I'm cool. Coach, I got 2.
I got 2. Yeah.
I tried it.
That's funny.
You did 4 years in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Good years though. You had a good run there.
We made the playoff both years.
Yeah.
6 man. Yeah. It was a good
How was
run.
that 6-man award for you?
It was dope because I didn't know we'd still be talking about it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see kids now, like, man, I want to be a 6-man because you did. Like I think, I never said this either. I think when I won 6-man, it did something for culture. Like we had seen Manu, we had seen Jason Terry, we had seen, Detlef Shrimp and different people, Kevin McHale win it. But I think when I won it at this generation, it did something for culture.
You are 1,000% right. 6-man award should be called yours.
That's
what you think of.
I appreciate it.
I firmly believe when you think of 6-man award, you'd be like, if you go to a kid, and we can go to anybody, be like, who you think has the most 6-man award? I think a lot of people be like, Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
Or just name me a 6-man award winner.
I appreciate
Your name's
that.
pulling up. It has to.
Because I didn't know that would be the outcome of this. When I decided my whole career needed like a change,
sure.
I didn't know like people, the 6-man, I can be anywhere in the world. 6-man, who knew? Like, you know what I mean? Like I was just trying to be part of something bigger than myself.
But that just shows the type of player, the type of person you are, because you're one of the best scorers in the league, not even fucking league, in the NBA. And there was probably times you wanted to start.
Yeah.
But you put that aside because I'm trying to win, bruh.
I always thought I've always tried to think big picture, but taking it day by day. So I've never been so wrapped up in me. Like I'm confident in my game. I believe that. But I've never had an ego. I've never carried myself with an ego on or off the court. Like, so for me, it's just that.
Yeah. I'm thinking, were there ever times that you did start though?
Yeah, I started in New York. I started in Golden
No, I'm saying, but like after you start being 6-man.
Not really. After that, I was pretty much a 6-man.
Because you wanted to be.
Yeah, kind of like Doc would kind of be like, you want to start? I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm settled in. Even if like Chris was out or Blake was out and we needed more scoring early, I'm like, nah, it's cool. I'll come
Keep
off
it
the bench.
the way it
I
is.
said, just bring me off the bench earlier.
Because I think people don't really understand how, because you touched on it a little bit, the way you train with it though.
Yeah.
You train like
I had to.
You're the 6-man because it's different. They give you a time that you're going in. What was your preparation as 6-man?
So
because I don't think people understand, like everybody that I know they coming off the bench, they warm up differently.
Totally different.
You got to.
You have to. You have to warm up different. I got my body going. I knew I'd be cooling down. So while I'm over there, I didn't go to the bike, but I would go to the hallway. Okay. I would stretch while I was on the bench. I would stretch. And I would mentally, more than anything, I would mentally put myself in the game before I got in the game.
1,000%.
Oh, they're playing like this. They're playing that pick and roll. Oh, he's sitting back right there. Oh, okay, he's going for a hands up. Oh, he's going for the left handsy. Okay, so I'm putting myself in. So I'm playing the game before I actually play the game.
Right. And reading the flow of the game.
I see. Every time he'd be like, Mom, what you see? I'm like, oh, they're playing you like this. Okay, you're going to have to snake dribble right here because they're trying to send you left, get back to your right. Oh, that one guy's blitzing because he can get up the other guy. So I'm just watching different things.
Yeah.
And so I'm putting myself in the game, but I'm making my own adjustments before the play even happened with me actually in it.
What was your routine?
As far as like coming off the bench?
Yeah.
I would get loose. I usually knew I would go in around the 4 or 5 minute mark. So I would cool down, be with them, then I'd go sit on the ground and start stretching and stuff when I get to like 6, 5, and then I go hit the hallway and know I'm about to start running. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I got warm, I cool down, I got to start running now.
For sure.
And then I do my quick feet because I always feel like injuries happen when you try to do a quick move and your feet and your ankles
That's
ain't
true.
warmed up. So I
That's
always
true.
did that, and then I was ready to go.
Do you think coming off the bench made your career a lot easier? Because you said pretty much you was like studying the game already.
sure.
You know what I mean? So you already
Yeah.
knew what was going on.
Yeah.
So when you come in the game, shit, you already know.
Easier, and I had a plan. So, okay, Chris, Blake, JJ, how we always used to start is JJ would get to going early. Chris always get JJ going.
Oh, yeah.
Then Blake would get going. Then C would start going towards the end of the first quarter, right? So my first shot, the way I saw it was my first shot's going to be off of CP or off of Blake. So it's probably going to be a catch and shoot shot. Okay, so if I can get a three-pointer or a free throw or whatever going to the second quarter, now Blake and C are going to the bench. Now it's my time.
Yeah.
But I'm already in the game because I got a bucket.
Yeah.
So then I would try to have 2 to 3 points going into the second quarter. They would be out probably the first 6 minutes of the second quarter.
Yeah.
So I would try to, by the time they came back in, I want to have 6 or 8. Now I'm finishing the half with them. If I can give me another 2 or 3, I got 11 going into halftime.
Yep.
Same routine to end it. I'm gonna play the last 3 minutes of the third quarter. It's gonna be their time, get a bucket. And now the fourth quarter, we're all out there. But playing with them made me a better catch and shoot player.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be the guy who could only play with the bench dudes and I gotta have the ball. No, these dudes are the dudes. These are the dudes. These are guys. So you gotta learn to play with them and eat with them. So I'm like, okay, now I gotta get my catch and shoot game right. And that's when I start getting the 20s. The most shocking stat, bro, for me is I just saw it. I'm 4th all time in fourth quarter scoring.
Sheesh.
Behind LeBron, Kobe, Dirk, it's myself. And that's a shocking stat for somebody who comes off the bench.
No, literally.
Literally. Yeah.
Hey, listen, you the bucket getter though.
But I was out there with those guys and I
Yeah.
learned how to eat with them.
And I think you can probably speak on it. You should probably speak on it. Like this generation, I would say, everybody want to be the man. Everybody want to start. You know what I mean? But like you came off the bench, but you played starter minutes.
Absolutely. Finish
You know what I mean?
game.
You finished the game.
That was way more important.
That was way more important. So like speak on that to this generation and help them understand like it don't matter if you starting.
It really don't. And I looked at it as a challenge.
Yeah.
Like I'm always trying to climb another mountain. That's what got me into coaching. Like I'm always trying to, and got me into TV. Like I'm always trying to figure out what's next and trying to master that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's a challenge. I like challenges. Let's do it. And so for me, it was like, even though I was coming off the bench, I got starters respect. People saying my name in songs. The hood love me. I go anywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I do with TJ Warren? We'd go, when I was with Phoenix, we'd go to a different place. We in New Orleans. I'm like, what's the hood out here? Like, man, Fifth Ward. I asked the ball boys because they working. What's it? You probably know better. What's the hood in New Orleans?
It is Fifth Ward, yeah.
See, that's how I know, right? So the ball boys, I'm like, I'm from the Fifth Ward. I'm like, can I go to your hood? He said, man, Jamal, yeah, you come my hood. So getting that respect and that culture, we did it every city we went to. Like that, they don't treat that as a six man. They treat me like a dude, one of them dudes. And I never lost myself. You don't have to lose. You're not lesser than. And I flipped it. I'm like, nah, the show's, I'm Superman.
No,
like it starts when I get in. The show starts when I get in. So that's how I kind of tricked it mentally. I needed something to get myself going. Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
Best Clipper team that had a chance.
The team that beat San Antonio.
You were in Clippers how many years?
5. So a team that beat San Antonio. So San Antonio won 2014, they beat the Heat.
Yep.
2015, San Antonio ends the season 22-3. And I remember asking Zebo, I'm like, who y'all won the first round? He's like, man, not San Antonio. I'm like, man, me neither. They rolling. Like they just won and they rolling. That Clipper team, we get San Antonio in the first round. We beat them in 7. Chris get hurt.
That's when he put his hamstring. Hit the
He
game.
misses the first game.
7.
He misses the first game in Houston. We win. We go up 3-1. You could simulate that on a video game 100 times and 99 it work in our favor. We go up 3-1 and lose the series. We were 1 game away from playing the Warriors in the Western Finals, who we had just beat 2 years earlier. And Steph was going to miss a week because he had hurt his ankle. So I'm like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
This is our time. That was it. And I just had a loss today at the EYBL, and I ain't felt like this since that loss that we had with that Clipper team. This is the first loss I had that I felt like that.
That was in Houston, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
In Houston, game 7.
It was game 7?
Well, game 6 did it.
Game 6.
Game 6.
We're up 19 at home.
Yes.
Second half. And Josh Smith went
JD's
crazy.
on the team, huh?
JD.
Jared Dudley.
Was he on that team?
Is Jared Dudley on that team?
I don't think he was
He
on that
came the
team.
next year.
Yeah, he came the next year.
But Josh Smith, Pablo Prigioni,
They was
Jason
cooking.
Terry were
Cooking.
Corey Brewer. They could not miss.
Pablo was cooking.
Bro, James Harden didn't even play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And they came back and won.
Yeah,
He didn't play 1 second in the fourth quarter. and we up 19. And those guys I just said took over.
And then after that, Game 7, you knew.
Oh, we knew. It was over. We were in a daze. Man, I'm in a daze, walking around town in a maze. Bro, it was over.
That was tough.
It was over, Theo.
It was tough.
AJ, it was over.
It was
over.
You got to talk about how special was Lob City. I mean, it was literally a show. Y'all were bigger than the Lakers.
You could do a 30-30 on Lob City.
Yeah.
Our team was
Tidal League could do it.
Our team was so our team was so special. It was one of the shows of the league.
Yeah.
I remember times that LeBron was tweeting about it to D Wade, like, "Oh, we gotta do that live." Like it was like, because the way I saw it was, you have Blake and DJ in the air put on the show, and you had Chris and myself on the ground putting on the show,
and you had a sniper,
and you had the sniper. So it was almost like, especially with me and C, we've never talked about this, but I could just tell because we're both competitors. It was almost like being on a song. He do a dope verse. I'm like, oh, my verse got to be better. And then I do my verse. He's like, oh, he got me on. I'm coming to get him on this song.
Yeah.
I threw the lob to Blake through the legs.
Mm-hmm.
CP waited a week. He threw the Brandon Knight lob.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, but it kept us sharp. It kept it dope. It was entertainment because we're fans of the game too. I'm like, damn, see, you had to be so mean. I'm telling him that in the game when he makes somebody fall or like, ooh, that was, you know what I'm saying? Like,
special.
It was that chemistry.
It was just fun to watch, bro. Like, it was.
Yeah, how was it for you watching it from afar?
We had to get league pass.
You had to.
You had to.
You had to get league pass because Clippers play tonight. You wanted to see it. You know what I'm saying? You had Blake flying through the air, DJ baptizing people. You got you doing the, what you call it?
Shake and bake?
Fucking shake.
Through the legs? What we talking?
Actually, I started working on that shit too.
Yeah, whatever.
I got that motherfucker in the bag too. No, man, like it was special. I mean, what he did to Brandon Knight.
It's one of the best teams to never win a championship, if I'm being honest.
100%.
No, for sure.
Without a doubt. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
You should have won one.
Yeah, we should have won one.
Should have won one. I mean,
the environment was crazy. I remember, like, I think I was in high school. That's like my high school years, and just going. First of all, just being in LA.
Right.
And then see,
Right.
It's like, oh shit, I'm a kid from North Carolina, but being in LA, and then it's like, yo, the battles between the Lakers,
crazy,
like sick.
Mm-hmm.
That
Crazy.
shit was like, it was
Crazy.
really like Clipper Nation for sure.
which Clipper team was it when y'all played Memphis first round?
That was my first year.
So we had came to that game because we played UIBL in LA. And I just remember it was packed. Chris had came to lunch with us the day before. And I was like, I have to get here. Like, it was just electric. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all were just dunking and doing all this other shit. I was like, this is crazy, but that's just full circle. I just thought about that.
It's one of the best teams ever.
When y'all was down 21 and Swaggy P went crazy and y'all came back?
No, that happened the year before I came.
Oh,
so they
okay,
played
okay.
Memphis twice.
Oh, okay.
That was the year before I came.
That might have been before you was there then.
Okay. Because
that might have been a year.
Was that a first round matchup too? Because we got them in the first round. They got us. We won the first two. They won 4 straight. But they played them in Memphis the year before they was down. That may have been that year.
Yeah.
Got you. So you did 5. What's this? We're on year 15 at this point? No, 16.
What year am I at, Tom? No, maybe 16.
You did.
No.
You did 4.5.
Yeah, and then a half in
Golden State.
5.
You did 5. Atlanta.
2.
You only did 2 in Atlanta?
Yeah, but you're missing New York. So look,
I
did 4 in Chicago.
4 Chicago.
4.5 in New York.
Yep.
A half with Golden State.
Yep.
So we're at 9.
Yep.
2 with Atlanta. That's 11. 1 with Portland in the lockout.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh shit, let's forget about it.
We'll skip Portland.
That's 12.
Yeah.
And then I did 5 with the Clippers. So that was the last year's year 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Minnesota.
Minnesota 18, Phoenix 19, and Brooklyn for the bubble for the game 20. Yeah.
How was your Minnesota? First of all, you put everybody on notice in the Minnesota stand.
For real?
You had the 50. Didn't you go 50 in Minnesota?
I did 50 in Phoenix. Phoenix was after Minnesota.
You got 50 in Dallas.
Yes, with Phoenix off the bench, 51.
Sheesh.
Shit was stupid.
39.
Play the clip.
5 assists. 5.
You remember all
pull-ups.
your stats for damn near every game?
A lot of them, especially those ones. Especially those ones. And I know that one because I only needed 25. Because at that age, I think myself, Kobe, and Dirk, and maybe Kareem are the only ones that get 25 for 3 straight games, like 19 years in.
What's your career high?
52. Came out with 7 minutes ago on a broke ankle. Should have been 65.
You broke your ankle?
I was playing on a broke ankle.
Where was this at?
New York. This game Heath Ledger was at. Yeah.
You had 52.
2. Missed my first 4 shots, then went crazy.
To all our loyal fans, y'all know AJ ass don't be here sometimes. But you know who is always here? DraftKings, our official partner of Run Your Race. And make sure you go download the app now. And new customers who bet $5 get $200 in bonus bets instantly. And you already know what I'm doing on Sundays, watching football. And guess what? DraftKings is an official partner of the NFL. As you guys know, I'm making my picks all year long. So make sure y'all go use my promo code RACE today. And as I tell y'all all the time, DraftKings stay blessing y'all. For new customers, if you bet as little as $5, you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. So make sure y'all go to DraftKings right now, download the app. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Who's your vet?
Where? There?
No, I'm saying like, what vet do you look back on and you thank them for?
Rick Brunson.
Ooh.
Charles Oakley. Kendall Gill. Fred Hoiberg. Scottie Pippen. Bro, like think about that. I played with Scottie Pippen and Charles Oakley.
That's crazy.
God, you old.
Played with him. I'm wise. I'm wise, Theo. I'm wise.
Scottie?
She even laughed at that one. Charles Oakley?
You done play with some legends.
For real.
Legends, bro.
You know what's crazy? I played with Oak. I played with Pip his last year. Grant Hill his last year. Paul Pierce his last year. Chauncey Billups his last year. So I played with some like legends of the game their last year. And I got game from all of them. I made sure I sat right next to them.
Out of the 20 years of your career, what's the biggest thing you learned?
That's a great question. What's the biggest thing I learned? You don't have to lose yourself in this. What I mean by that is like, you're successful. Like you've done incredible over the last 5 years. Don't lose yourself in this. Like, you're still AJ from North Carolina. You still always be connected to that person.
Right.
I think for me, I've always been connected to that kid that grew up in Seattle loving it. If you do that, you'll stay closer to your humility. And that's why I can never tell a kid no, because I was told no. And I was like, if I'm ever in that position, I'm never doing that to that kid. Because the pro, we run around as a million kids. That kid lasts forever. And so like, if you always stay close to that kid, it's going to always guide you between right and wrong.
Right.
It's going to always guide you like, man, I took it a step too far. Now I'm complaining that there's no, Wi-Fi on this plane. Like, it keeps you grounded. You know what I'm saying? If you always stay connected to the kids you were as you grew up.
Or life could be a lot worse. I always say that.
And there's so many people that have it worse. Sometimes, you know what I do when I'm calling games? I walk around random cities. And I just get lost in just the environment and people I'm seeing. It really like brings me back to center. Like the stuff that we be tripping off of, or man, I can't get this or that. Like, these people have real life issues. They don't know where their meal's coming from. Like, and it just hits home for me. So for me, I'm like, I've always stayed close to that kid.
Dope.
Always.
What is something, advice you would give someone who's on the, I can't imagine you stopping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stopping as much as you love the game. How hard was that? And how did you do that transition?
So think about this. I played for 20 years. I get paid to talk the game on TV. And I couldn't watch it. I didn't start watching basketball again until Kobe passed, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. Real talk. Because I was like, I couldn't figure out why I had 51 points in my last game. I averaged 31. That was my highest scoring month of my career. I'm 39 years old. I did off the bench, 31.6 assists. I can't even get a minimum job. I just won teammate of the year. So you can't question my character. I couldn't figure out the answer. And it took me a while. And it leads me into coaching. And these kids saved me. They really did, because I needed my passion to be with basketball and coaching my son and coaching these kids, it made my journey go full circle again. So now I'm teaching things I learned at 19 years old that I haven't even thought about since then. You know what I mean? So that's why coaching these kids is the most important thing I can do around the game. More than me playing, more than me talking the game, it's being with them and helping to see them through.
That's amazing, because I know we do this to talk to the people out there who listen, but that's literally, I feel like you was talking to me.
Wow.
That's literally what I've been going through the last year.
Wow.
Because I'm pretty much done. I don't know if I'm gonna do it anymore. And I ain't even said this out loud, but I am now. Because AJ and them, they don't even understand. I just reached out and they gave me opportunity.
Right.
And I love it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I personally couldn't understand how I didn't get a job this year. I was hooping. I'm a great teammate.
Oh, you can't ever. A1.
You don't have to worry about me for nothing. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to do my job no matter what.
Low maintenance.
I'm low maintenance and I'm out the way. And you can count on me no matter what. I've been put in a game in the third quarter and you won't, and I will go in there and produce.
Right.
Yeah.
I will produce.
Right.
I don't care if I don't score, I'm going to give you something.
Yeah.
My last year in Dallas, I knew I wasn't going to play, but they said, Theo, we only trust you to take the ball out.
Right.
At the end of the game. You go watch the Laker game when I was in Dallas, my second to last year. They put me in the game at the end of the game just to take the ball out. I played for 3 seconds. Just to get the ball in. Get it to Kyrie. Go make a play. Get the fuck out the way. Did it. I've always done that. And I couldn't understand. Shot 40 from 3, played point guard and everything. Like, damn, I guarded Rudy Gobert the year before.
Yeah.
I can play literally
Anything.
whatever position you need me to play.
And the thing you just said, right? You're saying and he's saying the stuff people can see. Let me give you a window into the world they can't see. The days of training every single day, not knowing a call is going to come. The days you're in the gym by yourself, the battles you're playing where you don't know, like, then you may make 1,000 shots a day and be like, what the fuck am I doing this for?
Yeah.
The mental games that go into it, running the extra sprints, running the extra miles, not knowing that there's some on the other side, but there is some on the other side, you got to be ready for it.
Yeah.
Like there's so many of those moments where it's like, man, I'm fighting a ghost right now. And that wears at you and it tears you like, man, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
And that, for me, honestly, that's where it came to. And it was like, you know what? I'm tired of somebody else having the control of my life of when I can play or not.
Yeah.
It's over. I'm not doing it. I'm taking control of my career. I've earned that.
That's absolutely where I am. Because that's why I say the ball isn't everything. Because you, CJ, Maul, like, I've had so many opportunities thrown at me and everyone's saying like, you can do this. We would love for you to come.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a minute. You want me, right? You want me to be here.
Theo.
Wait a minute.
Theo,
I haven't felt this shit in a minute.
Yeah.
That's
you know
crazy.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
You value me. That's all people in the world want.
Yes.
They want to be fucking valued. You see what I'm saying?
That's it.
That for me, that's what it is for me, bro. Like I just can't. I'm tired. I'm just mentally tired.
I was drained
of it dictating, because you're uprooting everyone. Like I got a family, I got a fiance and a kid, and I'm uprooting them going to another city, and I don't know when.
You don't know when.
They're like,
it's a ghost,
they're
bro,
like,
I'm telling you.
What's next? I don't know. I don't have an answer. But now I can tell
clear,
you. We in Dallas.
Yes. Yes.
We living in Dallas and we good.
Yeah.
And I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's
that
beautiful.
Part.
It's a peace of mind.
It's a peace of mind. It's like you did it. You took control back of your situation. I had to allow myself to get out of shape because it was driving me crazy. I know I could still play. So I had to let the game, okay, I can't play every day. Now I'm just going to play once a week. Now I was going to play it. And that gave me peace. Like I'm not doing this every day. Now I do it just for cardio.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I love it. It's no like, if I do this, I can get like, nah, I just love it. I'm just getting a sweat.
AJ asked me, when's the last time you worked? I said, AJ, I just hoop. I just go play basketball.
I just hoop.
Bro.
Because you love it.
I I was trying to get a pickup game the other day here.
See?
I said, I'm just fiending to just hoop.
Just to hoop.
Like,
right.
Get a group. Got a group here. Let's see if we can just get 5.
Yeah.
Get 10 and go hoop.
Bro, I be doing media runs. Like with the other media that they be critiquing people and like all the people you know, I be doing media runs when I'm out there just to get a sweat. Or I'll pop in LA Fitness or wherever.
Oh, damn, that's dope.
Yeah. I'd say it's Drake 3000 with his flu. I just pop in anywhere, bro, and just go do what I do.
How special is it, kid hooping now? That takes it to another level.
It's a whole different, like, it's really unbelievable to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see little things, your mannerisms, or this looks the same, or that looks, and just the love.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, before we came here, I was like, you gotta take a day off. You have to take a day off. You went too many days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And he has like this little sport court in his room.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same one little Chris used to have. Like sport court, backboard, hoop, all that. But there's no hoop because he broke it from dunking on it, right? But we have an actual court, but outside or whatever. So I'm like, you gotta take the day off. He puts on his shoes and he's in there shooting with no hoop in his room because I said he couldn't go in the gym. And that's just love of the game. I got him on tape. He'll see it when this comes out, but he doesn't even know.
Yeah.
It's just love of the game. And that part is like, it's incredible. It's incredible. My wife says how lucky I am all the time that they love it like that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. You got anything else you can think of, Kurt? Oh, okay. No, like I said, that was an unbelievable pod. It was perfect. People need to hear this pod.
For sure.
Probably, hey, listen, one of the best pods we've had, by far.
Facts.
I appreciate that.
One of the best pods we've had. But we got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Deeper bag. Woo! Luka, Shea.
And it's the bag king right
The
here.
bag king right here. You know about bags. I'll tell you that right now. Because he don't even got a bag. He got a double.
No,
he got a
my bag got a
suitcase.
bag. Yeah, my bag got a bag.
And he got a carry-on.
Deeper bag. My goodness. Man, that's tough. Those two specifically is really tough. That's why you asked the question, because that's like, who you got first? AJ? Yeah.
Shay.
You said Shay.
I had Luka. But what Shea did in the playoffs.
Shay did this year.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, I thought Shay should have won MVP.
Damn
I
near
thought
should have
he
won
won
MVP.
MVP
Nah,
as
he
well.
should have won MVP. That was fucking. I mean, was he number one in the West? Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where they were expected to be. No.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I say Shea has a deeper bag, but Luka doesn't need a big bag a lot.
I'm gonna say
That's the reason I kind of lean Shea now, because they were explaining it to me first, and I was just like, Luka's a better player, which they're both great.
Yeah.
You never fucking know. But Luka doesn't need all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shea needs a little bit more to get his shit off
get going.
than Luka does.
I'm gonna say, and I think Shea should win MVP. So let me start with that. I think he should have. But I'm gonna say Luka. And the reason why is I think having a bag should be, okay, today's a catch and shoot game.
Mm-hmm.
Today's a game, my 1-2 drill pull up. And Shea can do that, but I think the fact that Luka can bring others into the game at such a high level is part of the bag. Like, I can get them dudes easier shots.
Now, that's what my argument was.
Yeah.
They were saying scoring. I think bag is everything.
Your whole, because you got to think, if he's getting, Luka's averaging 30, let's say they're both averaging 30, but Luka's averaging 12 assists, that's 54 points he's responsible for.
Yeah. I feel that.
That's part of the bag, right?
I
That is
feel
part of
that.
that. You right. You
But
right.
Shea, I'm telling you, I'm the biggest. Shea is cold-blooded, but I think just the fact Luka's range of being able to bring everybody else into it as well.
I feel that.
It's cold.
This is a new one for us. You're a GM. You get to pick between 2 point guards.
Okay.
Jamal Murray, De'Aaron Fox. Who you taking?
I'm going to go with Murray, just I'm the champion pedigree.
Everybody said that. That's been
consistent.
yeah.
Yeah, I just think winning. But if he hadn't won, that's a whole different conversation. but I owe him that respect by you did the highest level and came through. Like,
That's
I
true.
got to give you that.
That's true.
I got to give you that.
I feel that. Oh, yeah, you did go against both Brons. Better Bron, 2012, 2018.
Can I be honest with you? You know my favorite version of LeBron is? I've never said this, but I've always, his first stint in Cleveland when he was youngest. And it's because, this is going to sound weird, because he's mastered the game so much now. I like some of the rawness with it. Like, it's almost like mixtape Wheezy versus just like.
He's just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I love the fact taking the tough ones. Like, because he plays so like, not structured, but so perfect of getting this guy. I like when he take a tough one sometimes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite version of Bron.
I feel that.
When they was posing with the pictures and doing that was my favorite version of Bron.
Okay.
I like that.
Nobody said that one,
That's a great answer.
Yeah, that was my favorite version of Bron.
That's dope.
Before it was ever like the D-Waves in the picture, the superstar. I liked him when he was building on his own with everything. That was my favorite version.
I like that. Last one. America's team in the NBA.
America's team.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Lakers, Warriors. So you know how
over
America's
time
team,
or like all time or the last 10 years?
all time.
Lakers.
Yeah.
The Lakers the most popular. Like,
They said
bro, they had Kareem, Shaq,
yeah.
Kobe, Magic.
And they fans travel
Everywhere.
They travel everywhere.
Worldwide, like the Lakers.
Purple and yellow.
If you think about it, most of their players were global icons.
Facts.
Kareem, some say has a GOAT argument, right? But I mean, just he's doing stuff with Bruce Lee. Like, come on. But Kobe, Magic, Shaq are like international. So that traveled with their brand international.
Yeah.
Great answer. Because Austin Reeves is a world star right now.
Facts.
Dalton Connect's about to be.
Dalton Connect.
Oh my God. Ronnie, I was there.
Yeah.
Just caught a summer league game. When he scored, bro, it
went crazy.
It went crazy. Like he hit a game winner. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, listen, Ma, we deeply appreciate you.
No, I
on
appreciate
it.
Look, Tidal League, Run Your Race, bro. Like y'all are killing it. And I love seeing clips. I love staying tapped in. I'm honored to be on. I can't wait to watch this.
Listen, we appreciate it, brother. I told y'all, we get bigger and better, dog. We got 3x six-man player of the year right here. Let's Run Your Race. Peace. Y'all know what to do. Subscribe on YouTube and listen on Apple, Spotify, all that shit. Peace.
Good Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, Mom.
Man, appreciate you, brother.
No problem.
Let's get this split right quick.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.